After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the dialogue's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hi, welcome to Pinhook and Needles podcast, episode 91.
That is our new introduction. Music is After the Ball is Over by Ren Ross, obtained from MovieAlley.com from Mevio. We had some issues with people not being able to see
Or hear
the podcast because of copyright issues when we used the Billy Joel song, even a little bit with the Friend Like Me. So we're going to go with a lesser known song that we got off of Movie Alley, which is which provides songs for podcasts, and that will become our podcast song.
Right, and this is part of the song, so if we find the need for a longer intro, we can use it. We might not, but we have it. She doesn't like the rest of it. I think the rest of it's cute, but anyway, this neither here,
It's all I don't like.
Neither here nor there.
It makes it a little bit long.
It makes it long. That's what it is. But
anyway, my name is Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy on Ravelry and Plurk.
And I'm Marlecia, also known as Lady Fernico on Ravelry, Plurk, and Fitbit, and Instagram. And on my writer's sites, I'm known as Marlecia or as Shadowlight. Okay, we want to welcome all of our new and returning viewers. It is a little dark in here. We had some snow today, and it's a little later because I wanted to get the kitchen done before my husband got home.
And I slept later than intended.
And she slept later. So we are a little bit late. It's about 3:30, 3:45 in the afternoon on Tuesday. And, yeah, we want to welcome, as I said,
grab your food, drink whatever. I have breakfast. Special K.
Yeah, I have my chai tea because I'm cold. Like I need a reason.
I didn't feel like tea today.
Like I need a reason. We have one new member who joined us, and this is Jules Lunder, who is Juliana.
Can I still claim credit?
No.
I talked to her first.
But you didn't invite her. I did. You become a bone of contention, Juliana. But we are so glad to have you.
Look what you caused. You put a rift between.
We're so glad to have you with
Hi.
us. Yes. In fact, I believe it was Allison. Was it Allison who told us about her hat?
Yes, it was Allison.
Allison Roseboom told us about.
You're not writing down people like you're supposed to.
I'm not finished speaking. Anyway. Anyway, now that the cat show is over, Allison had posted Juliana. I keep wanting to call her Juliet. Juliana, because she has a pattern that will figure in our autism awareness.
Yes,
definitely. We don't want to go too far into it.
Well, she has her Nylon going on too.
Well, it's true. She does have a Nylon going around
now. Juliana of the. What's her podcast?
I forget what her podcast.
I really like her podcast.
Is that Equal Opportunity?
Yes, Equal Opportunity Knitter.
She has a podcast.
I really like her podcast. Actually, I watched several of them. She hasn't updated.
I haven't had a chance to watch her yet, but I intend to.
You'd like her, Mom. You like watching Kathy. You're gonna like watching her.
She's very sweet. Very nice.
Equal Opportunity Crafter. The proceeds from her hats and
Winding Journey, I think.
Yeah, Winding Journey. It's a hat and mitts pattern. The mitts are made short enough so that way you can knit while wearing them, which I thought was very awesome for her to think of that. And she is having a knit-along in her group. I can't remember when it's going till. I know it started like February 20-something. It already has started.
Right.
And she is putting all the proceeds toward this Winding Journey pattern toward her son's autism class program.
No, it's his preschool.
Yeah, but it's the autism program.
Right. It was an autistic. I think it's an autistic
It's a school.
preschool, a school for
Yeah.
autistic kids.
Because
pre-K.
the parents have provide they're provided a certain amount of money already, the school, but it's not enough. And the parents will fundraise and that kind of thing.
Right.
And it sounds like a really good program.
Right. And as you know, this is something that's very close to our hearts, and we want to support her as much as possible. And we've already asked her if we can, talk to her about this when Autism Awareness comes around, and I think it'll work well.
Yeah.
So we welcome her, and we welcome all our other new and returning viewers.
Viewers?
Well,
Viewers?
viewers.
Are we calling viewers now?
Viewers.
They're
New-
viewers?
New and returning viewers.
Viewers.
Even those who have not yet joined the group, we'd love to have you join the group. If you're listening to us or watching us, we have a lot of fun. We're in the middle of a sweater along right now. If you want to be able to be eligible for the prizes, we need you to join the group.
Yes.
So
I'm way behind in the group. I apologize, ladies
I think
and
I'm
gents.
actually up to date. Well, I saw 2 and 2 on 2 of the podcast ones, so I have to do those. But
I'll probably catch up a bit today. I usually catch up on my weekend off. So after Wednesday, Thursday, I'll probably most definitely catch up. But as you all know, when I work my weekend, my Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, I get way behind. Sometimes I catch up on Monday, Tuesday. Usually I catch up the weekend after my Wednesday, Thursday again. But yeah, I am way behind. Part of the problem was my friend Josh's brother, Andy. So I guess the easier way to say that would have been my friend Andy. He asked me a bunch of Batman questions, and through his querying for information on the Bat family, got me looking into my comics again. I bought a bunch of comics and read comics all last night. So it is all his fault, and he has no remorse.
he has broad shoulders. He can handle it.
He mocked my.
I saw that.
He mocked me.
He's always mocking, so that's fine. He's funny. He makes me laugh. So anyway, we digress a little bit. We do welcome you. We know that you have a lot of demands on your time, so we're happy that you decided to spend some time with us. Sweater Along.
Indeed. Sweater Along, we have one more, a little over a month left. It runs from January 1st to March 30th. You guys are so tired of hearing this. Meow!
March 31st.
Meow! You're right, March 31st. She touched me. Mommy, make her stop. Wait, you are Mommy.
Yes. Come on.
She touched me.
I need
Okay.
some cheese with this wine.
I want some cheese. Can I
Go
have some
on.
cheese?
Go.
She won't give me any cheese.
I don't have any.
Okay, so I just woke up a little while ago. Anyway, the Sweater Along. It runs from January 1st to March 31st. And if you started the sweater on December 26th, you can also enter it into the Sweater Along as long as it has not been finished before January 1st.
Right, because we wanted to accommodate those people who were involved with Melski and what's her name? Stacy's mustache
Yarns. Knit
Knit along. I think not the Halaleah.
It is the
Halaleah.
Halaleah.
I get them all mixed up.
Well, the one I finished was the Ho Aloha.
Right.
The Halaleah is her other design.
And she's got another one coming up that I think is also an H, isn't it? It confuses me.
I don't know. I know she has another one coming up because she posted it in the group.
She has a couple of things I think coming up. One of them's a secret hush hush, I think.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I got a random chill. Anyway, so that's the length of time for the Sweater Along. As you know, or as many of you know, if you're a new viewer, you might not know. For the Sweater Along, first of all, you have to be a member of the group
To be eligible for prizes.
to be eligible for prizes. And we're doing it with the Knit Nerd podcast.
Of course, Kathy.
Kathy
Kathy
913.
Yes. And the Knit Nerd podcast.
So you can double dip in our groups, but make sure if you're going to post in either Kathy's group or mine, just make sure you're a member of either one in order to be eligible for a
Your
prize.
group, huh?
What?
Your group, huh?
I said ours.
You said mine.
I don't think so.
Mm.
I don't really know. Anyway, she's delusional.
Yeah, so we are...
So, you have to be a member of either / both groups.
Depending on who you want to...
Depending on who you want to get a prize from.
Yeah.
And as for what you can enter in, she keeps derailing my thought process. It's very much not nice when I haven't even been up an hour yet.
I didn't do any such thing.
So, you can do any kind of sweater for our group. Kathy has slightly different rules.
Any human sweater.
Any human sweater. No toy sweaters or dog sweaters. It has to be a person sweater. No matter how small the person.
Yes, preemie babies.
So if you're making, you can make a sweater for your preemie baby one day and then for your great grandmother the next day, as long as it's a sweater. Anyway, you can put in, you could do your progress posts.
One a week.
One a week. So if you have 3 sweaters you worked on during that week, you can do 1 picture for each sweater if you worked on.
But make sure there are 3 different posts.
Yeah, 3 different posts. So you worked on 3 sweaters, so you'll go, okay, 1, 2, 3 different posts, each with a picture of the sweater that you worked on, of a sweater that you worked on during the week.
Right.
And say you finished one of those 3 sweaters after you posted those 3 progress pictures, then you could post an extra picture.
Only for the finished object.
For the finished object. Yes.
Yes. And what Talia forgot to tell you is that although Kathy from the Knit Nipper podcast
I had forgotten. I was going to say something.
Is co-hosting it with us. She's the only one co-hosting with us, and she is, she's also providing one of the prizes, which I'll get into later. But Sock Bunny from the Sock Bunny Knit and Fit podcast group has also allowed us graciously to triple dip in her sweater along.
Right, her sweater along has very much different rules, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, hers is different than ours. It goes the same amount of time, January 1st to March 31st, I believe. And she will allow us to triple dip as long as we're a member of her group. And but she's not co-hosting. Okay, yeah. She's just allowing.
It just happened that she was doing sweater at the same time. We were talking about ours longer.
It makes her feel better, Kimberly. Anyway, so that's.
Did you write Sock Bunny down?
Not yet. I'll get to it in a second.
Falling behind on your job.
We have thank yous for the Sock Bunny. Yes. Thank yous for the Sock Bunny. We have thank yous for the sweater along. We have George, who is 10 hours or less, who has graciously donated 3 patterns, and he's got fantastic patterns.
Yes, he does. I still need to start his baby blanket, but I'm not allowed to start till I finish the sweater.
I'm just excited because he said the next 2 are going to be crocheted. I'm excited about that. But anyway.
Oh, did you, and take a look in the I think it's in the last episode's thread. George, I did see your post. I just didn't get around to answering it because I like to put some thought into my answers on Ravelry. The 2 sweaters that he showed, a couple sweaters he designed during the 80s. I like the white one. It's an 80s style, but it's a long white sweater with cables across the front.
It's absolutely gorgeous, and I like the gray one too. I told George that I just have to answer him too because he responded to me. I did read it. I haven't had a chance to answer it, but he.
She doesn't want to answer you, George. She's a jerk that way.
It's got these colored cables on the side, and I really like it.
Oh, is that what that was? Cables? Okay.
I think they're cables. I might be mistaken. George will correct me if I am. But anyway, it has colors. I said, oh, George, if I did that in gray, I'd probably do that in like grays and blacks or something like that, or blues and grays and blacks, because I'm boring. But he answered me very nicely, and I have to get back to him and respond. But anyway, he is donating the 3 patterns, 1 for each person. We're donating a $7 pattern to our winner in our group and 1 in Knit Nerd's group. And then we have Kathy from Knit Nerd group has donated a project bag that she will be making to someone in this group. Lucky winner, because she makes nice bags.
And then I have a bag there.
And then Talia has a bag. And we don't know if there'll be more prizes or not. There might be a yarn.
As many people are participating, we probably will try to do something.
We'll have to see because we have to be careful with the post office costs. They really hike the prices, and so we'll have to see what it is we can work with. I think we still have some room to wiggle with though.
Yeah,
we might be able to.
we'll have to converse.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we don't have prizes come too close together.
No, we have them every 3 months, except when we wait for 3 months to send it out. But anyway, okay, moving along, because we took what? How many minutes?
15.
15 minutes on that introduction.
We talked about sweater. I think everyone knows about the blip thing by now.
Well, you wanted to just go over it real quick, that you want to make sure that...
Hey guys, we're not on Blip anymore. If you watch us on iTunes, and you wonder why we're not updating, please search for us again in the iTunes store. It'll be the one that has most recently been updated. It says Pinnacle Needles, and it will have this picture.
Right. And this is probably the last time you'll hear this, because we decided we'd do it up until March 1st, and next week is March 1st, so we won't probably do it again. But we just wanted to make sure that you all know how to find us if you have not been able to find us in the past. And if you are...
Although, if they are watching us right now,
they could be watching us on Blip. They could be watching us on
Blip. We're
not on Blip anymore. They could be watching us on YouTube.
And since we now have something that will allow us to play on YouTube instead of making it silent.
I've forgotten who left us the comment that
there's someone on YouTube, I can't remember her name, and there's someone else in the group.
Right. We want to thank both of you for bringing it to our attention, because we wouldn't have known that it was not coming through. When I looked at it on YouTube, it was fine.
Yes, and then it wasn't fine later.
Right. So we appreciate you bringing it to our attention. Please do bring those things to our attention so we can fix them.
Yeah, and the one Friend Like Me fixed itself, but the one with Billy Joel didn't fix itself.
Right.
So that one was absolutely silent.
Yeah. Okay. We have...
how many projects
hooks.
do you have?
I have 3.
I have 3 as well. And I am in a low row, so I'm going to make you start.
I did that last week.
Oh, pobrecita.
You make my tea get cold.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to start out with my lattice trellis blanket, lattice trellis Afghan. It's my own.
You didn't start out last week. I started out last week.
I've got, this is my own pattern.
Last week I started because I knitted the entire time you were talking because I only have one project.
Do not confuse me with the facts.
Deeper.
Wait, I lost my hook.
You always lose your hook.
The saga of the forever running away hook. Anyway.
I have Princess Bride in my head. Liar!
Liar!
But it sounded a lot funnier when she did. I could see her chasing him around.
Right, chasing. Thank you. This is my hook. I'm using an eye hook, and I only made a little bit of progress on this. I actually have the doohickey to show you.
The doohickey, huh?
Yeah, the doohickey. Here's where I was, and you can see I made a little bit of progress. Not a whole lot. But I've been concentrating on other things for Ravelinics and stuff like that, so I didn't do a whole lot. I'm sorry, Ty. But this is just kind of like, I want to do something and I don't want to think about it. And I think I'm kind of close to going back to the this colorway here. It's the Dawn colorway in the
Danielle yarn.
Yeah, Danielle yarn, the Dawn colorway, and it's yarn.
Isn't it yarn? Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's yarn bee, and
it's a nice soft yarn, but I don't think they carry that anymore.
They discontinued it. I was really sad when they discontinued it, and the pink is impeccable.
Because I have Danielle for my snake, which I haven't worked on in eons.
Right, and it's a very nice yarn to work with. I've decided that I like working with yarn bee for the most part. It can be a little splitty, but I like it a lot more than, say, Vanna's Choice.
Yeah, Vanna's Choice also kind of feels plasticky.
Yeah, I didn't get that impression, but
it might have been the Vanna's Choice I used.
Yeah, it just split a lot on me, and I didn't care to use it. I gave mine to Davina.
Also, Vanna's Choice and I have a bad relationship. That was this one sweater where I had such issues with it.
Right. Well,
it didn't fit when it was done because it ended up twice my size.
Right, and that wasn't the pattern.
No, I think
that wasn't the yarn's fault.
No, it wasn't. But I have a bad taste in my mouth.
Right.
About yarn.
And this is mostly, it's a fairly simple pattern. I mean, it's, double crochet and front posts and things like that. So,
I'm going to fix the light, Mom. You're getting light beam across her lap.
It'll be done when it gets done.
When you feel like it.
Yeah, I'm all about doing what I want to do right now. I don't know. I don't feel like doing something that I don't want to do. I don't. I don't know. Does that
I
sound...
have 2 different songs in my head because of that for some reason.
Is that wrong?
I have.
Ow! Sit down. You're out of the picture.
I was coming down, but then someone punched me in the head.
Did I punch? I leave it to you, the judge and jury. I did not, in fact, punch.
Slapped me.
Did not, in fact. You got in the way of my
I
hand.
found your hook, and you hit me for it. I got a light beam off of you, and you were like, violent reaction.
Is that all good? No, was it?
No good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah, no good deed goes unpunished.
And that's a song from
that was
Wicked.
Rocky Horror Picture Show too. They did that.
When I think of it, I think of the song from Wicked, sung by Elphaba.
Right. See, I've never seen.
Which is Idina Menzel.
Yeah, I've never seen either one of those, Rocky Horror Picture Show or Wicked. So I've just heard about the cult following with
Rocky Horror
Picture Show.
Oh, I think the people talk the entire time for Rocky. It's actually encouraged people to talk the entire time in Rocky Horror Picture Show.
But it's staying in my M&M bag. And it is growing, and it's my comfort knitting, you know, or it's crocheting. So, yeah, I'm done.
Cold. Okay. I actually got some work done on my Disco Nights, which is a Tortellino pattern by Valentina Coschiani. I think this is a free pattern. Actually, I know it's a free pattern. I picked it up when you went on retreat. Not retreat, when you and Dad went on your anniversary. Because I was looking for something new to work on at the time, and I was really into the idea of ponchos. US 2 needles, Wild Hair Fiber Studio Birth, Pinnacle Fingering in the Neon Lights colorway. And I'm making it for Davina. It needs to be 19.5 inches long before I start working on the edging, and it's currently like 14.5, 15 inches long. I moved it to larger needles because it was getting too bunched up. Larger cord, since it was getting too bunched up.
And you can see it better the way it...
Yeah, you can actually see that it's growing.
Yeah. How pretty that is. Davina will love it.
So, whereas before I couldn't really measure it because it was so bunched up on the cable, I moved it to my lovely, Chai Goose, the red lace. I absolutely love these. And even more what I love about them is the fact that they're interchangeable from like 2 to 15.
Right, that's good. Because it's hard to find the 2s and the 3s.
So, whoops, it's upside down. So, very much Davina.
I hope you all have grabbed something to eat or drink because I feel bad drinking in front of you. But
I have no
compunction.
No compunction.
She has no remorse either.
Either of those things. I have none of it. Look, I actually have this huge black stripe.
Yeah, I saw that. That's kind of interesting.
Right there, but it's not. Oh, it's a little bit on the back too.
Yeah. I like it.
Davina won't care. All she cares about is the.
I think it makes it interesting.
It's definitely interesting, like tiger-y stripey.
Yeah. It reminds me of that blacklight yarn I wanted to get.
Mm-hmm. So, the thing is, I probably could see myself making this pattern again for me, just not nearly as vivid. You can barely see the detail work on the side because of all the bright colors. It probably wasn't the best choice of yarn for the project, but Davina will love it.
Yeah, Davina won't care about the detailing. She likes the color.
Yeah. And it'll be a nice little something around her. She can wear it in the warmer weather. She's gotten to the point where she's not pestering me about it anymore. She was glad to see us work out, which is good because I might be pulling out the Himalaya. I am not. It feels too. I don't like the feel of the material. Fabric I'm getting. So, and I have too many sweaters on the needles. I'll probably work that sweater later. Maybe I need to do another swatch, but I'm not going to do it now. I'm just going to tear it out, worry about it tomorrow. Or later at some point. And this will be the project that Davina will get done sooner.
I need to pull out her Sedna.
I think I just don't feel like working a fingering weight project that I don't have to. And at least this is tight. The Himalaya is very airy, the fabric that I'm getting, and I'm not enjoying working with it. So I'm sure it has nothing to do with the yarn or the pattern.
It might just be your tension.
It might be my tension. I probably need to go down a needle size. I really don't feel like making, at this point in time, I don't feel like doing a fingering weight sweater on really small needles.
And just because, it doesn't say anything against the pattern or the designer's the yarn or the pattern, that you might not just care for that particular feel.
Yeah.
You can use you like the yarn, you might use it for something else. You like the pattern, you might use a different yarn for it.
Yeah.
It's no slam against either of them.
So
They make excellent designs and excellent yarn.
But yes, Davina will get this done at some point. I'm about 4-ish inches out from the edging.
Yeah. Cool. And it's in your
Turtle.
turtle bed.
And no
longer
shock.
spike
No
back.
shock. Ploverbird.
Yes. Ploverbird her shop is in the process of opening up again. She's waiting to get a Hawaiian business license. So keep your eyes open for Ploverbird.
I actually need to respond to her. Poor Melissa, I haven't responded to her in a couple months.
Yeah, well, she probably hasn't noticed because she's been busy. I wrote to her on the Ploverbird site.
Don't forget to put her name down.
Just give me a minute. She's a pest. Ooh, ah. Don't make me hurt you, little girl. Anyway, I did contact Melissa on the site. I don't think she's had a chance to see me because I know she's very busy getting settled in from the move and trying to get a business license.
Yeah.
I do have a bag I want her to make for me. I hope I can get her the
Fabric.
before it goes away. But anyway, it's a teacup pattern.
Well, pick up the fabric.
I might do that, but I want to send it directly to her.
Right, you don't want to have to
Yeah,
send it
I don't
out.
want to have to send it out to Hawaii. So, yeah, so I will have to see if I can contact her privately. But anyway, that is that. It's my turn?
Yes, Tim.
Okay. My next project is my Candy Apple baby sweater, baby cardigan from,
Candy apple baby cardigan.
yes, it's,
Excuse me, I
I
apologize.
forgot to put Ploverbird.
I know, it's horrible. You're falling down the job.
Okay. My Candy Apple Baby Cardigan project, which is the striped cardigan pattern by Candy Jensen. And I'm doing the 6-month size using an eye hook and Hobby Lobby I Love This Yarn Saws in red. I made a lot of progress on this. I had to stop because sometimes I don't quite understand what the pattern is saying, and I'm doing a lot better. But I
am her pattern whisperer.
Yeah, I'm getting better understanding things, but I'm reading this. I'm not understanding why it needs a three-quarter of an inch hole. Like, so Ty explained it to me. I understand it now. So I'll be able to put this together. I have to pin
That's
it.
what I think it says anyway.
Yeah, it makes sense. So
But we don't want to give away any details
No.
because it's a book pattern.
So anyway, it's still kind of in pieces. But
But
see,
look,
that's
it
the-
looks like a sweater.
Look at me, I'm making a sweater.
I'm making a sweater.
Whee!
Second sweater.
Yes. And I'm having fun with it. It was a little...
I have our intro song stuck in my head.
Okay, well, don't tell me about it. It's in my head, too. And that reminds me, I need to yell at Megan and Amy of
Put
the
their names
Stockinette
down.
Zombies. Because they were talking about the Lego movie, and they started talking about everything is awesome. And I just got that stupid song out of my head, and now it's in my head again. And it's all their fault.
Well,
Amy's fault, specifically.
Put down their names.
Yes. Put them in the black book. Cross them out. But anyway, this is my baby sweater, and I did not finish it for the Ravel Linux, but I didn't really think I would. My goal is to finish it for the sweater along. And then I can work on the other sweaters that I was having some trouble about. My knitted one where I have to decide how to do the tinking back when things are not. I felt kind of overwhelmed with everything. I kind of took on too much with the Ravel Linux and stuff. So now that this is easing up, I'm going to try to look into tinking back or laddering or whatever it is I'm going to do to. And I may decide that I like that as a design element. I'll have to see.
Just be sure you're sure.
I just want to make sure it's because I want it there, not because I don't want to do it. Because
it's a skill you need to learn eventually.
Right, and
anyway.
I have to do that on my Sedna anyway. I have to do that anyway. So
Personally, I would do it with your sweater sooner than I would Senna because the Senna has lace.
Right,
Whereas
right, yarn over
your sweater is worsted weight, and it's just going down to like the top of your ribbing.
Right, right.
That's a lot easier of a way to see to learn how to fix it.
And I have to do it like 10 stitches in a row, so it'll be up
and
and down, up and down.
I've done it for you before. I'm gonna make you do it from the book.
Oh, I don't care. Well, I think you should. You don't have to make me do it from the book. I just want you to see if I'm getting the right stitch, because when I look at it, I still can't read the stitches unless it's in.
Here.
I know what the
No,
stitches.
still watch me. We're gonna drop a stitch. You wanna drop two?
No. I know when it's there.
Un, trois. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna turn around as well. Can you come over here, Mom?
I'm gonna knock everything over.
So, alright, so we dropped 2 stitches. Actually, let me go get my tool. The tool of amazing awesomeness. Nope, I have it here.
Okay. Oh, that one. So it's a crochet hook, but it's a small one.
It looks like this. They call it like a scrapbooking tool on Amazon.
I love
You
it.
guys are getting an impromptu lesson on how to pick up stitches.
Those of you who need it.
Yes. So, as you can see, I have dropped 2 stitches in the middle of my knitting. Oh no, whatever shall I do? So, I am getting my hook underneath the top of this stitch here. So the little hole at the top. I grab, okay, if I wanted to make a knit stitch, say, I would go with the hook end go in away from me. If I wanted to make a purl, come here, my tool of mine. I would go in the other direction. I would put the needle end in. So let's make a purl first. I can fix it. So we're making a purl, and I'm gonna flip this little bar. You see where we have 2 bars up here that because I pulled out 2 stitches in a row. We're gonna make a purl stitch just 'cause. So we pull the bar in front of the stitch that I have, and then we use the hook to pull that bar. It's not very visible. We pull that bar in. I'm sorry you guys can't really see.
It's kind of dark to do a tutorial, but
And then you have a purl stitch. You make sure that the part of the yarn that leads towards your right-hand needle, your left-hand needle, that part of the yarn where it attaches to the stitch, that it's in the back leg. So I'm going to show you, Mom, here.
well, just put it back in, and I don't want to waste too much time. Time, because it's going to take a long time, and we still have things to go through. But I looked at this. I did look at the video that George showed me, and the book Knit Fix, is it called? Knit Fix. And I think I understand it. My problem is not that I can't see it in something like this. It's when I get to ribbing, I don't know if it's a knit stitch I'm looking at or a purl stitch in the ribbing. So that's what I have to learn to do. And I'll do it, but it's just a matter of I don't want to be under pressure with other things while I'm doing it. So now that things are slowing down, because if I finish the one baby sweater, yeah, if I finish the one baby sweater, I'm not going to worry about doing any more sweaters for the sweater along. I can focus on what I want to do. I have a crocheted sweater on the hook and a knitted one on the needle. So, and I've got one in the wing. So I need to learn to do this because I want to.
And it's a very good skill to have. I fixed the stitch without showing you guys because she thought it would take it too long.
Yeah,
you guys weren't getting a really good view anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of dark in here, and I don't know. I think this is in my.
Actually, I'm not even quite sure how to show you guys where you could see it and I can see it.
Right. It has to have it's a different camera angle. Usually they have another person holding the camera. But this is my Lazy Gnomes bag, and it holds the sweater in it. And I'm having fun. I'm having more fun with this than I thought I would have. Because I'd always been adamant I would never do a garment, and so I'm having fun doing it.
Okay. So, I think I had the Bird Eats bag last week. In my lowest Bird Eats bag, sweater size bag.
Yes, you did have it. Mm-hmm.
I have the Villainous, the Box Elder cardigan, by Maria Lay, not Marissa Lay, Maria Lay, using US 9 and US 7 needles. The yarn is Dragonfly Fibers Traveler in the Villainous colorway, and I'm making size 36. I haven't decided if this sweater is going to be for Mom or for me, since I already have a cabled green sweater. It might be for Mom, but I haven't determined it yet because I keep changing my mind.
It's really pretty.
Got quite a bit of work done on the hood. It's starting to come here. It's starting to look like a hood.
And I've already determined that if she doesn't give it to me, I have, didn't you give me a coupon for that for my birthday for Dragonfly Fibers?
Yes.
I'll probably pick up Villainous because I like it. It's pretty.
It's working out very well. And you can see, like, let's show you the lace work.
It looks like the forest, which I love.
Come on, focus.
It's right here.
It's just not focusing.
No. It's very hard to see right now, but you can.
It's got some really pretty lace work right on
Can
the
you
edge.
can you widen it a little bit? Maybe open it up a little.
You can't see it.
It's just too dark.
It's just not focusing on it for whatever
Yeah,
reason.
I think it's too dark with the backgrounds and stuff like that. But it's very pretty.
But
it's
you get a
delicate.
really nice foresty look, and along this lace work on the edge, there'll be, I think, a ribbing. Looks like it's at least a couple inches long. So, a very interesting way of forming a hood. Probably my favorite way thus far of doing a hood.
No seaming involved. You just
Yes. Not that I mind kitchen ring. I actually enjoy kitchen ring. But, yeah. It's very cool.
I like it.
It allows you to work the hood from the top down for the sweater. It allows you to top down sweater with the hood. Whereas, the way I did the Vivian, was bottom up. So that got some definite amount of work during the week.
It's very pretty. Did you say the needle slides and everything?
Yes, I did, but you
Okay.
just didn't listen to me.
Well, I start shutting you off when you start going blah, blah, blah.
You're mean. I like you not anymore.
All right.
And I was going to show you how to pick up stitches.
Okay, are you done with that one?
Yes.
Okay. My next project is one that I didn't have. Oh, wait a minute, this doesn't go here. I didn't have on the hook last week. And I'll explain the reason why it's on there in a minute. Put my yarn away before I lose my hook.
Yes, because you are notorious for losing your hook. I don't generally lose my needles because, I don't know, they kind of stay attached.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd be losing many other important things if I lost my needles, like all my stitches.
This is my Lois Knitting My Bag Sarah bag. I think she calls it the Sarah bag. I call it the Monet bag because I want to. And it has my Moved by the Spirit shawl in it, which is I'm doing another Recuerdos de Infancia by Gabrielle Ordonez. I think that's how she says her name. And I haven't done a whole lot, but I just started it. Well, I started it yesterday and tore everything out and started it again.
So she knitted it over twice.
Yes, so I knit.
She made double the progress than what you saw.
Yes, I've done the first.
Oh, that's gonna be really pretty. She's gonna really like that, Mom.
I've done the first of 24. I think it's 24 or 28 repeats of row 4. So I'm on like row 6, and it goes around the sides. So it doesn't go around the top. It goes around the sides. And I enjoyed this the last time I made it, and I'm enjoying it again. I love this color. And I do have a deadline on it, but it's not.
It's a very long deadline.
It's a long deadline. And we don't want to say any more about that because I don't know if the person watches the podcast. So stop poking me.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention for it. Okay, good.
Okay, so I'm having fun with this. I'm using a size G hook. This is Knit Picks Stroll Tonal Yarn in the Blue Yonder tonal colorway. So I had a hard time deciding. Shush.
The Blue Yonder.
Shush. Quiet, rude one. Anyway, I had a hard time deciding between this colorway and another blue one, the Pacific, which I picked up. I think it's Pacific that I picked up one of Mel's shawl patterns from Emsky Knits, which I didn't do because I wasn't ready to knit it. So I decided to work on this one because I wanted a lighter color. So
it's a pretty tealy bluey
greeny sea kind of color, even though it's called Blue Yonder. And I like it. I like it a lot. It's fun. This is a good pattern. It's called the two. If you want to get it, you can get it singly, or you can get it in what's called the two shawl pattern. I guess like an ebook or something.
Yeah,
it's two pattern. Ty got it for me either for Christmas or my birthday, either about a year ago.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like
It's
that.
been a while.
Yeah, because I already made one, the red one. I showed you all. If you've been with us for a while, you saw the red one.
That was your first shawl you made.
Well, not my first shawl, but my
first pattern shawl.
Yeah, first pattern shawl. So, yeah, I made a fair amount of progress considering I just started it, and I'm hoping to make some good progress. It's relaxing and it's pretty. So, yeah.
My turn.
Yes, it is.
One more stitch. There we go.
Just one more stitch.
I am working on the goldenrod, which is the inland pattern by Jane Richmond. Using US 11s at this time. I already used the US 13s. The art is, I love this chunky in a crocus colorway. And I'm making the size 36.
For
me.
Ribbit.
And I get two sorts of comments. Either I get, oh, that's a really pretty color, or I'll get, man, no one's going to lose you in a crowd. But
I like it.
this sweater is very close to finished.
Yes, it is. Wow.
It's a nice big sweater.
I like it.
Oopsie, stuff is sticking to it. Okay.
I want to make this one. It's pretty.
So, there's the back.
You smacked me.
I smacked you? Hold on, let me pull the shawl collar over like that.
I like the shawl color.
So,
Isn't that pretty?
the way she does her shawl collar is she has you start at the shawl collar and go down. I don't think it's giving away too much.
And the thing of this is that, God bless you, the thing about this is if you look at this color, it's pretty true to color even though we're dark. I think we're having trouble with the dark colors, but this one's showing up just fine. It's really pretty.
Hang on. Oh gosh, I hope I'm not trying to get sick.
I hope not.
Okay, so, because I have to be charged next 2 nights, so I can't afford to be sick. Okay, so,
Where's my pen?
here is, it'll be hard to see because it's so big, but the main part of the sweater is done. The first sleeve is done and it just needs to be woven in. It's made longer to compensate for my orangutan arms. Normally I wear 20-inch sleeves. I did the main part of the sweater is 20-inch, and then I went even further and did the cuff on top of that. So I have a nice long cuff. This is the second sleeve. I will also
Detailing.
make the pockets.
Pockets.
So I may have this finished by next podcast.
Possibly.
It's nice. It's warm. It's happy.
And it's
I feel
soft.
like I'm wearing a blanket on my lap when I'm making this.
Because she crochets or knits. She knits on her stomach with her arms.
I do. I am knitting like this.
Talented that way. Where's my pen?
Oh,
I think you ate it.
I ate it.
Oh, here it is. You spit it up.
I regurgitated it.
Oh, gross. You're disgusting.
I'm a nurse. That's to be expected.
You're disgusting.
You
You should apologize to all nurses everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay? And it's in your lowest knitting my bag.
Yes.
Puzzle
Autism.
pieces. I haven't used mine yet. I'm waiting for the autism awareness for mine.
It's been really good for the sweater because it just grew out of my Clover Bird bag, out of the llamas.
Right. Okay. Are you finished with the info for that, or?
Yeah,
There
I
more?
think so. It's almost too big for the autism awareness
Watch it.
bag.
Watch it.
What?
You just poked me in the eye.
No, I didn't.
You did.
Is your eye out here?
It is, in fact.
Really? But I thought you had. Remember the movie Epic? Eyes on your flat face. Remember the snail or what was it? Slug. Who was making fun of
the people.
the leaf men for having their eyes flat on their face and like, oh, go into your flat face, mommy. You know you're not insulting me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I enjoyed Epic much more than I thought I would.
Yeah, I did too. I thought it was going to be one of these kind of
Politically correct.
Yeah. We won't go there.
Yes.
Anyway, do you have any FOs?
I have no foes.
No, I don't have any foes either. I'm friends with everybody. But anyway, yes, I did. Yes, I
went
did.
there.
I did. Anyway, okay. I do, however, have 3 writer's blocks. 2 of them were for the Revelinics.
Writer's block, for those of you who do not remember, like me, is things that have been torn out.
Yeah, frogged or hibernated indefinitely. And this is what's left of what I had for invested in my Blue Heaven sweater
That you started
that I started 2 years ago. It is gone bye-bye. I will reclaim. I have several skeins of this, but this is what I had used. So,
it wasn't a pattern she was going to finish. She has needed to pull this out for a while.
yeah, I decided I really don't want to do pieces.
She has an issue with frogging things.
I don't like to quit. So,
I don't understand her. I'm like, if you're not enjoying the project,
that is writer's block number 1.
it's just storing yarn.
Writer's block number 2 was, I had started this for my mom. I've since made her something else for her birthday back in October, and I knew I needed to get rid of this because I love the yarn. It was just sitting there. So this was a shawl, and I forget the name of the shawl. I was almost finished with it. I think it was called My World is Green. And this is the yarn. I think is it Malabrigo?
It's Malabrigo, and the color is Solstice.
No, I thought
Solas.
This is blue. This is
This is
Solas.
Solas.
So this is, I will use it for something else because I love the yarn. But I had this beautiful knitted shawl, but it wasn't coming out right, and I wasn't going to take the time to fix it. So I decided I'll tear it out. So that was number 2. And those were my Ravelinic ones. And then, and that's in my Kikiboo bag, the Tea Lovers bag, the Tea Lovers kit that Denise has.
Yes.
And this is great. I love it. The other thing that I frogged that I have writer's block on is sitting in my little Plover Birds Je T'aime bag. And I don't know if you, Je T'aime. I like Je T'aime. Je T'aime. Je t'adore. This, you might recognize the yarn, the purple. It is the shawl I was doing for my friend to do a tutorial. I heard from her she had managed to figure out the stitches by herself, and she posted a picture. And I didn't really want this shawl. I was doing it to help her out, so I knew what she was talking about. So I decided to frog it, and I will use it for something else. Problem is, I like purple all right, but I don't like it by itself.
And this yarn really does not rip back very well.
It doesn't. It gets tangled.
And I think it's partially the pattern.
It's partially the pattern, which had a lot of, like, I don't know, kind of convoluted edge stitches, for lack of a better term. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this because
Too much purple.
It's too much purple.
Same for color work or something.
I might make a toy out of it or something. I don't know.
A purple toy?
Yeah, maybe I'll make
A purple owl? A purple penguin?
Yeah, I don't know. Don't get ahead of me.
Ahead of you? Ahead of you? Head?
So yeah, so I feel so much better after frogging 3 projects that I didn't want to do. Now I don't. Maybe that's part of why I felt overwhelmed, because I felt like I had all those. I have enough projects I still have to do, but I don't feel overwhelmed because these I didn't want to do, so they're gone. And that's that about that.
That goes on to royalties. You go first.
Okay.
Because you have more royalties, I think.
No, I just have 3.
Yeah, I only have 2.
Oh, okay. The first royalty I have is a pattern I bought.
So I'm not going to show all the comic books on here.
Patrick Moose. I always say Patrick Moose the first time I say this. Patchwork Moose. I got a penguin. And this is
I got the dog, but I didn't remember bringing one.
This is, yeah, we'll have to explain about that in a second. This is Patchwork Moose's penguin, and I'd been looking at it. I think it's Wilbur penguin. I don't have the name on. I don't have the name on this because it's not the front page. I didn't want to show you the pattern, so I showed an internal page from the pattern, and it's just,
He's really cute.
I mean, look at that face. Katie, I'm sorry, I call her Katie, and she's just going to roll her eyes at me, I'm sure, but Kate,
She really gets expression on her.
she does a fantastic job, and I've yet to finish her moose, But I might finish this one before I finish the moose. I've done her dust bunny, and I want to do this one because it's just adorable. And I want to do the dog that I was gifted by Allison.
And make sure you do the eyelids right this time to make them eyebrows.
Yeah, I have to figure out how to do that. So
It's not as hard as you might believe.
I'm really excited about this. So this is my first acquisition.
I got the dog. Mom gifted it to me.
Yes, I
Just
did.
'cause. I don't have it to show.
But you saw it last week because Allison gifted me one.
So,
Oh.
okay, back to you.
You don't have two physical?
Well, I do, but I talked about the dog, so
Okay.
then it's on to you.
This is a free pattern I picked up. I was thinking about doing this in the purple. It's called the Unique Gift Infinity Scarf Pattern. It is free. And it calls for a bulky, but when I looked at the pattern pages, it seemed like a lot of people used worsted. And so I'm thinking about doing this. The only thing is I've noticed that it's another one of those large hooks for the worsted. It uses like an N hook with a worsted yarn.
You're actually just better off doing a bulky.
I don't have bulky for it. I thought about picking up some bulky. Let me see what it says here.
You can't have any of mine.
Knit Picks has some really pretty bulky, and I might pick up a gray or something if I decide to do that. But I'm trying to see. This one, I'm trying to see. It doesn't really say here. I mean, I can use whatever hook size I want, obviously.
It doesn't actually say that. It just says 8 ply. Are you looking at the size of yarn?
Yeah, no, I was trying to look for the hook size.
Oh.
I can't find it right now. I think instead of using an N, which I think would be fiddly, I might use an L or something like that and just have a little tighter design. And that's a possibility. It's free. It's a possibility of what I might do with my purple yarn. And if I like it, I'll keep it. And if I don't, I'll gift it to somebody. And I don't mean that I don't like the pattern, but I don't like the color in the pattern. So, because I know there are people who like purple, you know, and I just don't care for it that much.
I know, you guys are in complete shock.
I had people ask me, though, when we asked about favorite colors, people thought it was purple. I don't know, I have no clue why.
Well, they definitely weren't thinking about me.
What?
They definitely weren't thinking about me. They're definitely thinking about your colors.
Who?
People who said purple.
Yeah, I guess.
So, my acquisition. I fell down when they had their sale at Knit Picks for bulky yarn. Of course, because I can't do anything
And this is the
in
color I
small
want.
amounts. I had to get a sweater's worth.
Mm-hmm.
This, isn't this gorgeous?
Mhm.
Rava bulky in
Celestial.
the Celestial colorway.
This is what I wanted.
I already have a sweater picked out.
This is what I wanted to do my sweater, my blue one originally in, and I didn't have it. So
It's one of Jane Richmond's patterns that I have picked out for this.
that's gonna be gorgeous.
So I can't wait. I can't decide if it's going to be Twiggy or the other one.
What other one?
She has two bulky ones that I have queued. I can't remember the name of the other one. So I can't decide if it'll be Twiggy or the other one. I'll decide, though. It might be the other one, and then Twiggy will be for the brown. I'll show you later.
Well, that makes sense. In case I'm getting Hank McCoy.
Yeah, but it's very awesome. I like this color. And then if I really wanted to, I could wear it for work and then throw it in the wash.
Sure.
Which is one thing I can't do with my current blue sweater. Even though I'm still
You
surprised
can't
that...
throw that one? That's not a...
Oh, no, that was
acrylic?
my first wool. It's very wool. It's stretched. But I get a lot of compliments still on that blue crocheted sweater, which makes me laugh because, yes, I love the design on it, but it's definitely, I can see myself how it's a first sweater.
Right.
Or actually, it was a third sweater, but it was the first serious sweater. But yeah.
Okay. I also got something from Knit Picks. I didn't get bulky yarn because I wasn't sure what I would do it with, but now I'm going to go back and get
Well, you
some bulky.
see, I always assume I'm going to get a sweater as well.
Well,
I mean, of everything.
Well, the bulky, you know. But I was replenishing some of my colors that I ran out of. I ran out of green and I ran out of red. So I got those colors. Here's my red. I didn't realize this was in different packages, so I guess I'd better do it this way. I've got, this is the pea pod that I like so much for the scarf. This one here is the Dove Gray. I think it's called Dove Gray. I can't.
Yeah, I think it's...
or soft gray or something like that.
I think it's just called Dove Period because I got this color for my.
Yeah, it's Dove. It's Dove. And then this is cream. So I've got 4 colors to kind of round out my stash where I was missing stuff. I didn't have any of the gray because they were out of it, and the cream they were out of it when I was stocking up at the beginning. And the red I ran out of, and the green I ran out of. I'm going to have to pick up some celestial blue in this now because I've always loved that color. I just didn't realize how much brighter it was than some of the other blues I have. Some of them are too dark for me to work real comfortably with, and I like that celestial. It's what I wanted originally for both the sweater and for the autism awareness, and I couldn't get it because they were out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So if they still have it, I'm going to pick up a couple of skeins of those in worsted.
That one goes really quickly.
Yeah, and then some in bulky. So yeah, that was my falling down, and I will probably fall down again in the next week or two to get some more yarn.
Now my other sweater's worth, which will probably become Twiggy. Whee!
I like that.
Let me find one that's. So I was able to pull one of the blue ones out. Oh, there we go. The other sweater's worth of bulky. This one is. What's it called? Sienna. And I used this for a teddy bear at one point. Or I had a. Yeah, I think I made Elis's baby's teddy bear out of this color.
You know, I should make that teddy bear that Scarves Etc. got me with this. Not this color, but this bulky. It'll be huge.
I still have some left over, I think, if you want to look in the worsted. So this will be a nice sweater as well because I don't have a brown sweater.
Because I want to make that bear that Nicole gave me and the dog. So they're probably going to be normal colors with bright colored scarves or something for us to toy along. But I meant to toy along the autism awareness.
But yes.
Isn't that pretty? See, this has to be Twiggy because it's brown.
So I have 2 more sweaters worth because, you know, you never have enough sweaters, right, guys? Right.
Say that loud enough and they might all believe you. Allison will believe you.
I made sweaters.
Allison did it.
Allison
is an enabler.
I do sweaters because I like sweaters.
Allison and Kathy.
I like sweaters. I could make sweaters forever and ever.
I like toys, and I like shawls, and I like sweaters, sort of, and I don't know about socks. I haven't made socks yet. I think I'm kind of afraid of socks. I want to make a bulky pair of socks. Those would be warm.
I don't really care for making socks.
I think a bulky pair would be more like slippers,
so
that would be kind of fun. But next on the hooks and needles. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Next on the hooks and needles.
I already kind of talked about what I was going to do. So
yeah.
I do want to start a black sweater. I didn't bring the pattern with me. It was one of what's her name's patterns. The one who does the hat and knits. I remember.
Juliana.
It was one of Juliana's sweaters.
Yeah, she has some pretty stuff.
I want to make it in black, and I have the yarn already.
From Miss Babs.
So
my
but I can't start that until after I do the baby blanket. Maybe.
My prompts for upcoming things. I've already started the shawl, but I have a couple of things that I'm looking at. The 2 toys that I mentioned to you, I'd really kind of want to do that, and then I'm thinking ahead to March to the things I want to put on the hooks for that, or needles. I have a couple of ideas for that. And I kind of would like to get back to working on the sweaters that I have in hibernation. The one that's crocheted, that has a hood, the one that has my dragonfly fibers in the dragonfly colorway. I want to do that. So I have a lot of possibilities for that. We already did royalties.
I think we're almost there.
We are almost there. Did you do any writing? You want to be in tune? You're cute. You're cute. Gush, gush, gush.
You're mean.
Gush, gush, gush. Gush, gush, gush. Want piano?
Anyway, I worked on the shared story a little bit.
Right. Okay. And I did some more transcribing of material that I had written handwritten so I could type it. I submitted one to the Percolator group that I am involved with. It's a writers group, and I'm in the process of typing up another. And I wrote about 5 pages worth of material this past
You
weekend.
see, she has to one up. Well, yeah, you worked on the shared story, but I did 5 pages worth. Nah. Nah.
Are you quite finished? There's something wrong with you. It's not fixable.
It's chronic lack of sleep.
No, that's
Uh-huh.
not it.
Uh-huh.
No.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm writing. Yes, I got that done. Still interested in comics. We are on a James West kick, Wild Wild West in the family here. We're having fun with that.
We have
And,
determined there's 3 aspects to every show.
yes.
He must have his shirt off at some point. He must kiss a girl at some point. I mean, he must fight with 10 or more men.
No, it's 3 or more.
Oh, is it 3 or more?
Actually, it's 4 or more.
4 or more?
4 or more. I think it's 4 or more. Yes, and then those must all have, oh, and Artie, I think we have added that Artie must get knocked out.
Oh, is that a new one?
I think.
Artie must be in disguise at some point for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Usually as a drunk, he must be either a drunk, a dandy, or what was the other one? He's done a Chinaman a couple times.
Or
What was
foreigner?
called the Chinaman back then.
Yeah.
Um,
Foreigner, maybe?
like he's an educated scientist. Why is it doing that?
Because it hates you.
It's choppy. I hope it's not going to be choppy in the
Yeah, I hope.
thing. But anyway, okay. So we should probably get ready to close because our camera's doing some weird things.
I think it's because it's about to do its bubbly thing.
Oh, okay.
This
So-
should be fine.
We want to wish you all a happy week, a productive week and weekend, and
I need to measure my sleeve anyway.
right. We hope that you have a lot of knitting, crocheting, and crafting time, whatever else it is that you like to do. Oh, before we go, we do want to thank again 10 Hours or Less with George for the
Yes.
patterns, for the sweater long. It's a very generous donation, and he is very active in getting new patterns out there. So please make sure you stop by there and check him out, because there's only 3 patterns to win, and you want to get your chance on it. I mean, he has given us a wonderful 3 patterns, but there are 10,000 of you, so
Yes.
So go out and check. You can't help but do yourself a favor by going and looking.
You aren't going to do another faux pas like you did last time?
No, I like George's patterns.
No other faux pas.
No other faux pas. I was good. He thought that was funny.
When she told you guys not to buy the new pattern.
Until you saw, no, in my defense, I said until they saw if they could win one. And then I said, go buy other things. Go buy other patterns. Yes. Anyway, so we thank George, who is wonderful.
Yes.
And
I will start the baby blanket.
Yes.
I just
and-
need to figure out how I'm going to do 3 skeins at the same time with that big yarn I got.
Yeah, he's fantastic. So just check him out when you get the time.
It won't be a very portable project, but
No, it's not meant to be.
it's not meant to be.
And then we have Cappy913. Want to thank her for the project bag that she's
Yes.
donating, and we want to like this all because we're donating the other one, and you bought the other one. So yeah, we will say goodbye. Anything else you want to say?
Nope, I don't think so. I'm sure there are things I could say, but we don't have the time for that because we are a little over an hour again.
Okay, this is Pen, Hook, and Needles, episode 91, and that's a wrap.